Good day, sirs. I'm JPie, and this is Advanced Redstone for Noobs. So, today, I have just got my new headset in, and it's a Logitech G930. It's a very nice headset. I would recommend it to everyone. I can even go take a dump while Skyping people. It's pretty awesome, because it's wireless and goes everywhere. So now, let's get started. Advanced Redstone for Noobs. So, many of you probably have no clue about Redstone. And the most advanced thing that you can do is light up some TNT. I'm going to show you how to do things. So if that's the most advanced thing you can do, we got a lot to learn. But I'm going to show you how to make things like this, where you press a button, get a sword, and then give it a sec. They start spawning. Although they're on fire because I didn't make this this arena too well. Oh, I should get out creative. And get some obsidian to fix that up. Now they're all spawning. And you can make arenas like this. You can make very complicated adventure map features and other things with redstone. It's very useful. We use a lot of it. And that's why I spend most of my time designing circuits that rectify inputs to take one input that may be pressed many times for any amount of length and use it to drive a circuit that repeats and launches spiders out of this. So now I'm going to show you the redstone behind this. It's actually rather simple. So now we have this block right here has a button on it that I hit. That turns off these two pistons. This piston opens up below you. This opens up water. And you fall down with the water, so you're safe. And this puts a small delay on the floor one, so the water gets down before you and you don't die. And then this backhauls this redstone out and inverts it. And it goes down this big chain of inverters. I'll go over physics of inverters later so you can learn how to transport your signals without getting in the way of your adventure map. So now it brings it down and we have a basic signal. Oh shit, I'm spawning outside. I'm gonna reset this with the reset button before I show you anything else. Reset. There we go. So, when this lights up, it goes into this block. These 6 blocks right here make up a RAM cell, and that you can use to store information. I'm going to make you a RAM cell right now. So we need a torch, we can use a button, and we need a redstone repeater. So, let's say I have a button right here. And I need some redstone, of course. We're going to take the input then from that repeater, and this is a RAM cell. It will store that input forever. Once I press this button, this illuminates forever. And I can reset it by putting a charge into this block that I'm standing on. Like that. So, I hit that button, it activates, hit this, it resets. Output, and this over here will always be the input, the inverse of the output. Okay. So, we reset that. So now what can we do with this? So, we can take an output from this RAM cell and put it into a special redstone loop that I made. This redstone loop allows you to turn it on and off without breaking it, like a normal redstone loop would. This is a normal redstone loop. where you start it up with the torch. I fucked that up. And it goes like that. The only way to stop this is by breaking the redstone and winning a burnout. But for this, you put some repeaters down. We take that. And this is your output. It will pulse. And it will only pulse after you hit this button. So I hit this button, it deactivates this output, and this output lets this circuit go. If I sound stuttery, that's because I'm listening to everything I say about half a second after, just to get high-res quality and traps, the things I do for you guys. So we take this input. When it's off, this will pulse. And then we take this output right here, this pulsing output, and it goes into some dispensers over here, 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 and here. And that's what send out your spiders. So let's review that. We have a button. Actually, we have a reset button over here. Then we hit this button. It turns off this RAM cell's output and allows this circuit to pulse. And yes, I'm very stuttery. Okay. So now, let's go over here to my stack of redstone creations. We'll go through some of them. This is a redstone rectifier. You don't really need to worry about that. I've kind of outdated it. And over here, pulse shortener. Okay, this is important. If I hit this, it's a relatively long pulse of maybe 10 or 12 ticks. If we want to lengthen it to 30 ticks or so, we go through 3 inverters and 1 inverter at the same time. And you can kind of see how it works for yourself. It's kind of hard to explain. And if we want to shorten it, we just invert both sides. So I hit this, and you can see how it works right there. I'm not going to explain it because I'm bad at explaining it. This is your basic redstone loop. It's somewhat outdated. I'll show you a better one soon. Okay. This is a piston loop that is screwed up. So I need a piston here and here. And then stick a block there. What? Go! Oh, there's something there. There we go. And it will go at the maximum speed of the piston. That's another type of loop that you can use. Various demonstrations of redstone physics. Okay. So, if you put a torch down, block above it, redstone will turn on. You put a torch next to a repeater, you can also use a repeater to send a pulse through a block. And then this is self-explanatory. You have the torch on top providing energy to this wire. This wire turns off that torch. That is an inverter. And then this is an inverter stack. So you use this torch as a power source, and this stack allows you to travel vertically with redstone. And oh yes, if you put a torch down, it will charge the block above it, and if you put redstone next to it, it will take that charge. Same thing if you put redstone directly below a torch on a wall. RAM, I've already showed you that. Piston RAM, kind of useless. not gate, inverter. I'll go into these gates later, but there's a ton of logic gates that you can use to do different things. Just a great Wikipedia article on logic gates. You should all look it up. Here we have smart clock with auto reset. Okay, this is my baby, my newest invention. Hit that lever, it stops pulsing. Then it starts pulsing. You can change the length of the pulse with any number of strings of repeaters right there. You can break that, put a ton of repeaters out here, put that there, backhaul it over here, and it still works. It'll just go extremely slowly. Oh yes, and here I used an applied version of that. I have a RAM cell going into my awesome redstone loop, and then that travels vertically up here. And then I also have a redstone pulser. This pulses as quick as it possibly can, and this is what is called an AND gate. When both inputs are on, the output will be on. So if I have both of these things going, which I think it is, step on that, and I'm gonna yes, if both of these inputs are on, this output right here and on that torch will be on. And that, by mixing these two loops, makes a great randomizer. So this piston will just go randomly, depending on the speed of the server, and it's unpredictable completely. These are some more advanced logic gates, and I kind of screwed one up. And this is the combination of logic gates. You can use this to add numbers. So if I have both of these 0, that's 0, that's 0. 0 plus 0 equals 0. Now if I have this, 1 plus 0 equals 1. And we're working in binary. So if I add 1 to 1, it becomes 10. If you don't know what binary is, you should look it up on Wikipedia. Binary, binary, binary. Okay. And then this is the dispenser pulse that I have over there. Same thing. RAM cell connected to my awesome redstone looper thing. Step on this, and it loops. And then reset, and it stops. So, what did we learn today? We learned that redstone can be more useful than triggering TNT. I showed you some awesome stuff up here that you don't really need to know. You'll be able to figure that out on the fly. And this, we'll learn this right now, this is an inverter. Using this, you can make almost anything in redstone. So, the input's on, output's off. You can even have multiple inputs. This input's off, but since this input's on, the output's off. And then you learned that you could stack inverters to travel vertically. You learned what a RAM cell is, which is this area, these 6 blocks. And that can store information forever, or until the server stops, actually. It won't store it forever. And you also learned about my awesome pulser, which I am very proud of course. Okay. Oh, and you learned that you should go on Wikipedia, look up logic gates, and binary, yes. So that's it for today. Next week we'll have some more advanced redstone. We'll go into logic gates. But for now, I'm JPie. Have a nice day.